So, good morning. What gets you excited? Now, I'm going to have to move from being presenter to being cameraman to have a look at some of the things in my living room that excite me that you'll find. So, let's have a look. So, you'll see some pictures of people who are special to me. Stories, whether they be DVDs or books. Some of the trophies that I've picked up along the way for various sporting exploits. It's pan round. The puppets that we use. And then you'll even see right at the bottom of the screen the cricket kit. Or the coffee and cake that I'm using as a reward for getting this talk done. What gets you excited? Or what would your living room tell us about you? Now, last week we looked about Jesus appearing to Peter and having fish breakfast with him because Peter was going to be really important to him and he needed to forgive him and bring him back and tell him about that special job. This week we're going to be thinking about a man called Clopas and a friend who he doesn't mention. And this story happened on the first Easter day, that day when Jesus rose from the dead, amazingly. But this is the only time when Clopas and his friend are mentioned. And so we're left thinking not about the effect on them, but actually, what did Jesus do on that day? Let's take a look. Now, one place we didn't look was on this table in front of the window, because Rick always tells me never to record in front of the light. So it's really difficult to show you this with the windows closed and everything. Now, you might think this is a setup, but sitting on my table are the load of Bibles that I use. And as you know, you're not allowed into my house at the moment, so you have to take my word for it that they are there all the time. Now, is this just a case of John showing off that he's really holy and he's got loads of Bibles and how the children's worker is there? Or is there a link to our story? So those of you who have been engaging with the Bible Church materials will know that every time that I can find one, I will use one of the stories from the Jesus Storybook Bible. Now, I have to say, over the last year, this is one of the places where I have got really excited by the stories I read. Unfortunately, it doesn't contain every story within the Bible. It doesn't even have the story of Clopas and Jesus in that we're talking about today. But what it sets out to do is it takes whatever story it uses and show how it points to us. It tells us something about Jesus. It tells us something about what he's going to do and who he's going to be like. That's what Jesus did on the road to Emmaus. He explained how everything from Moses through all the prophets pointed towards him. Wouldn't you have loved to have heard that? Clopas said it was amazing when he was doing it. He described it as, didn't you feel as though your heart was burning inside you? He got that excited about it. It sounds better than cricket. It sounds better than all the other stories that are out there. It sounds even better than the coffee and cake that is over there waiting for a successful finish. I dare you to read this. Or if you can't get hold of this, read the other bit of the Bible. See whether your heart burns within you.